it's pretty damn close. If there's 10 seconds or whatever of a delay, you always want to consult the pocket watch. But all the times on the bot are when it starts.
No, when the eclipse itself starts?
When the eclipse itself starts, yes.
Gotcha, okay. And then, God, how much time would I have? Because if the eclipse starts, I'm just trying to pin.
Yeah, so if the final eclipse is at 12:17 and it lasts a minute, that's 12:18. So that would be 6 a.m. So then you'd have, what, 18 minutes, 19 minutes? You'd have 18 minutes until 11:59 on the same in-game date per the pocket watch.
Okay.
So
that's exactly what I wanted to know.
Yeah, the end of that same day.
Okay. So, and then that should be the closing of the
window. Exactly.
Gotcha.
So that's where, I don't know. Again, I like to sail out, during the eclipse to try to get the meg during the eclipse, even though that doesn't really matter as long as it's during the same day. But if I don't get megged, yeah, but if I don't get megged, then I will just stay in open water, raise the sails, and put my boat in a spin, and wait until you get megged within the next 18 minutes. Or, if you really want to, just keep sailing in a straight line in open water, like on the meg hunts where you just go around the edge of the map. So from Shores of Gold, you could either go northwest and sail above Marauders and Old Faithful, and just cruise that line all the way over to Shipwreck Bay. Or if you wanted to go southwest and kind of cruise down past Galleons and Kraken's Fall down towards, Devil's Ridge, Thieves Haven. Either way is fine. You should be able to sail in a relatively straight line and not get any island banner pop-ups. Or you could just sit in one place and spin, which is what I typically do.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to sit in place and spin. I'm not too worried about it. As soon as I'm confident that I am out of hit an anchor and not worry about it.
Yeah. A lot of times for me it all depends on, what boat and size I'm on, and if I'm going to continue playing SOT after the Meg test, and if I want to keep the SUPs and or emissary or whatever.
Yeah, I've just got box standard stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. And I don't plan on afterward. I might go annoy some. I don't know what you plan on doing after.
Seeing as I don't have anything else to do, I will probably go and switch to some other games until Monday at least, and then there'll be a whole lot of goodies to work on and make progress on.
Yeah, that's exciting. Can't wait to hang off the side of it.
Skelly ship for however many. It's 100 meters per grade 1 for the Skelly ship and 1,000 on other player ships, which that'll be super easy. You just spike 2 ships on a server, boom, sail around. It's like,
alternatively, assuming that I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Burning will count as a player ship for the purposes of that comp. So I'm probably just going to hunt down a hang on.
Oh, for the Skelly com or for the hang off of another cruise ship?
I'm going to predict that it is going to count for enemy crew stuff, because I know you can farm enemy comms off of the.
If you claim it and you captain it, or if not.
If it's still free roam, if it's still by a Skelly.
Oh, well, I know if it's unclaimed and you're shooting like scatter shots at it or something, it'll count towards the Skelly ship. But so yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if that'll count towards your 100 meters per grade for a skelly ship or if it's another ship. Yeah, we'll have to test that. Either way, you're making progress, but
yeah, but I'm going to predict it's going to count as as like a enemy player, because I feel like I forget which it is, but
yeah.
I know you can. There are a couple comms that you can farm it like it's a the game treats it as a player ship.
Yeah, very possible.
Because I know like you can't farm bone collar on the burning blade. So I think for that in that respect, that counts as a player ship. So I'm at least extrapolating. I know that it counts for. I don't specifically recall.
Yeah. Funny how once you get a comm done, you forget like all the ins and outs and nuances.
Right. Once it's done, you just forget it.
Right.
Like for there, every shark, I was whipping out a double barrel pistol to go murder it. And now that I'm done with that comm, it's like sharks, double barrel pistol, what?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was great. You pop them with 2 eye of reach shots, 2 sniper shots, and then a double barrel. There you go. Did you get your kingly loot done?
Yeah, I got my king's loot done. I fiended over the last couple pieces of king's loot for a few days, and then finally got the fancy eye of reach.
Did you do it when they still had the method for just like cannoning off to the island, resetting it over and over, so you just basically got unlimited Ashen Guardians and Captains to spawn, so you could just farm it like crazy before they patched it.
There we go. Sorry, my controller disconnected. No, I was like
late to the game. Yeah.
You know, I was like 8 short after that due to that last time, and so I was like, you know what, I can grind those out of my.
For sure.
I was a bit of a goblin with my friends for a few days because we saw some Kingsley loot. I was like, I gotta get it.
Yeah.
I gotta get it. I'm almost there. I'm so close.
Super valuable.
Oh, the King's loot? Oh yeah, no,
oh,
that
yeah.
shit's small. The ease at which that can be done, you know? I don't know how much I'm going to be motivated to participating in those. If nothing, I mean, I'll probably come to hang out or anything, but I'm definitely, like, I got the comm done, so I'm like,
what's
how much
the
do I
point?
really want? Yeah.
Unless you need the Reaper chest every new season, which, you know, it's kind of silly because if the cough is at FOTD, you're going to get twice the number of Reaper's chests, you know, while you're doing it that way too. So you really don't even need to do it. Yeah, I mean, and gold is so useless now. Once you buy everything in the game, it's like, it just keeps going up and up and up. Some people use it as a weird flex, but
so
yeah.
It's like, you know, I'm not too worried about it. So it's like, yeah, the King's loot thing is. But I was really only there for the comm part. 66 million gold. I don't really have
66? Oh, that's cute. I remember when I had 66.
Yes, many moons ago, when the Earth was still young.
Back when I got Pirate Legend.
Back in my day. You see, that's the funny part about like my specific experience with this, though, is that it's like because of how long I took I've got all this old shit, and I'm like technically like an OG pirate, but I don't actually have that many
all the stuff
hours in the game comparative to like people who have shit that I've got. You know what I mean?
Totally.
I remember one time I ran into another guy and he like looked into my profile and like, you've only got 60 days in the game. That doesn't count. It doesn't count that you have the gold M. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
Yeah, whatever, bro. I have it. Like,
right?
It's like people that say, oh, well, you did a certain strategy for Hourglass. That doesn't count. Motherlicka, I got the curse. So, according to Rare, I got it. So, who are you to say otherwise?
And here we are. We both have it. You try hard and sweat it the whole time, and I did other methods. Hey, we both have it, so what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's just really funny interacting with people who have, like, 100 days in the game and having the same cosmetics as them, and then, hey, a peer of mine, we are a similar experience.
Well, it just goes to show you, there are more than one way to skin a cat. Like, there's so many ways to do different things.
Right? I feel like I just lucked into the respective OG players.
Yeah.
And, like, have not exactly earned it, and it's very funny, Oh boy, an old hat. Let's go.
There you go. I just got a follow from Moxie, H Moxie. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
Welcome.
Appreciate you being here. Yeah, we're doing some meg farming, shrouded ghosts, testing, Sea of Sciencing.
We are 100% getting the shrouded ghost, definitely.
100% getting the shrouded ghost today.
Definitely 100% getting it.
You gotta speak it into existence,
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're in the window right now. It is game time. We are in that window. We have respawned our first set of meg. Did not get a shrouded, so we are currently waiting and vibing till the end of the window to
for the last seconds.
Eggs. Yeah.
Son of a gun! I forgot to refill my ammo. I got gruesome ass.
That is a certified skill issue moment.
Yes, it is. I don't care. Yeah, Moxie, you're familiar with the eclipses in game, are you?
I learned about them yesterday. And have hyperfixated.
You can't hear. Am I having issues on stream with mic or whatnot? Everything's looking normal.
I suspected mine.
No. I'm talking to Moxie. He says he can't hear on the stream, so I'm wondering if it's something to do with my setup, or if he just has to adjust.
You're on my phone. Let me turn it up real quick and take a peek. Give you some live feedback. Alright, go ahead and say something.
This is Meg Hunt test day 374 of Shrouded Ghost attempts. That's just a purely random arbitrary number.
For me.
I'm okay? Alright. Well, maybe.
Yeah, no.
Moxie, let me know when you can hear me, and I can give you the lowdown if you need. This will be the third time Bruce is trying to take a bite out of me. And he was shy. Sucks to suck. Skill issue.
Alright, I'm so happy I pulled a hat this time. The fish bones when I want the fish bone. I don't know English words. I hear right now, but I don't know some English.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, if you let me put it in here. If you do exclamation mark eclipse, that'll give you some information. But basically, we are forcing a meg to spawn during our eclipse cycle in game, because there's a extremely statistically significant correlation between a collection of 300 megs, or 300 shrouded ghosts specifically, that they spawn at a 90% rate during the solar eclipse cycle. So, if we know when the eclipses are, and we can force a meg to spawn during the 5 in-game day eclipse window, maybe we can increase our chances. Maybe not, but that's what we're testing. Could be something, could be nothing. But if it's something, that would definitely be something. So.
I find it very funny that the person in the chat, I don't know some English words, and then you immediately, yes, it's a significant correlation between.
Yeah, right. Probably the hardest English words to be like mastery.
Not to assume their knowledge of the English language. Do find breaking out something.
Breaking out kind of like your mic right now.
Yeah, no, I have no control over it.
I know.
You know?
When they at first announced Discord's integration into the Xbox, I was like, oh, well, that's kind of cool, but it's got to be so limited. Because, you know, think of all the things you can do on Discord, either with your phone or a PC, like where you got to click into, ways to respond, like right-clicking, like all sorts of stuff that, like, how do you do that on a console? I don't know.
Right. Yeah, no, I have no idea what's up with the mic, why it keeps cutting out like mid-sentence. I assume it's my mic monitoring, but I can't affect how much that is. And
Right.
when I turn it off, apparently my audio gets cut.
Well, I imagine it's not like a broadband issue. It's not like you're throttled because of your connection. I just think it's purely because you're trying to do it on a system that was not designed with that in mind.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever.
Where it is kind of slapped together anyway.
Oh God, when it reminded me of a Sea of Thieves launch. Like, they put it out there, but it had so many problems in the beginning, and it's still far from perfect.
God, I think my favorite memory of the launch was when you would sell stuff and the banner for it just wouldn't show up for like
oh yeah,
and it would just not be there, and you would have to be like, what? Hopefully the balance will update tomorrow or something. I remember having conversations with people like, this just happens, it's okay, the numbers are working in the background, it's just not showing up, you have your money, I promise.
Well, my biggest thing for that is, yeah, you know, when you're selling stuff, your gold on screen will slowly tick up as the pop-ups come up. But if you just hit the menu button and look at your name and total, it's as soon as you sell something, it's in your account. It may not pop up on the HUD, but you know, after you sell everything and you hit menu and look at your doubloons and ancient coins and gold, it's fixed. It's not moving. So then you can see your total.
It wasn't doing that.
Oh, really?
Popping up in your gold was, yeah, no, the gold wasn't going up. The pop going up. You would really. Okay, there'd be no indication that anything.
Oh, there's
so
some
like
good
we were
news.
literally running around like without the numbers going up, just like, is it working? Is it broken? It's like, okay, but then you'd get on the next day.
And it would all be there?
Yeah, no, and it would be there. It was working right in the background, but like shit was not updating really.
Yeah, so you're like just staying in the game for like 30 minutes until everything pops up just to make sure. I mean,
no,
I don't blame people for doing that.
It would never pop up.
Oh. Well.
And then like the next time you hopped on, it would update. So I don't know if it was like you had to like to get it to update or not, or something like that. But I know I have vivid memories of just being like, nothing happened. I sure hope it works. And then you get on the next day and everything's there.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking to people who are like, you know, even less time than I had like that week, and who are like, I didn't get paid, and I'm like, it's fine, it'll update eventually, I promise, it's right in the background.
Well, you know what fine stands for?
Absolutely fine. I don't know.
Freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional.
Okay, you don't have to call me out just like that.
Not you. I'm just saying. Just saying, like, People, I'm fine. No, in reality, you're like, I really hope all of my rewards that I just worked like 3 hours for are going to be there.
In front of chat and everyone.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Moxie, you're going to go to T1 to T7. Let me look at where that is on the map when I get back to the ship, since I'm just looking in this shipwreck here for any goodies. I'll let you know in 1 second. T1 to T7, that sounds like it's obviously the north edge of the map, just east of Davy Jones to like Marauders, but I'll have a look exactly in 1 minute.
You know what, maybe I'll pop my stream up, why not?
Yeah, may as well.
May as well. Problem is I can't keep your stream open because I have to open up my dashboard on my phone in order to read chat. A little scuffed, but it's functional. Yeah, sure, why not? Live streaming.
Somebody did Brixie. Let's go. Cloudy. I'm just looking for rare fish because I know you need fish. So if I find anything good, I can always invite you at the end. We'll sell them.
I mean, I certainly won't say no. Sure,
that's another thing about the spot that I normally go to. This kind of triangle between Ancient Spire, Devil's Ridge, and Roaring Traders. Like a huge part of the time, there's oh, I'm gonna die. A huge part of the time, there's a shipwreck either within that triangle or very, very close. So if you ever need to like get something from a shipwreck or you happen to load it at Ancient Spire, just look east southeast and check to see if there's a shipwreck there, because a lot of the time, from having done the trotted ghost tests and eclipse from the same exact spot, I see shipwrecks around here like most of the time. Yeah. More than 51%, like probably 60 to 75% of the time.
Actually,
why?
I'm fishing in this pond. Should I even be? That's probably a bad. Now that I think about it.
I guess. I mean, you could always just not publish your VOD, and unless you get a ton of viewers and people you don't know, then maybe. But
I don't think I'm inclined to fuck around and find out.
Okay, that's probably the better idea. Didn't want to make decisions for you, but
yeah, we're just gonna cut them. It's fine. Nothing to see here. Definitely not using bug spots to exploit loot.
Do you need like just all species of some fish to sell, or just like the rare ones, or what?
I think I need everything for. Yeah, no, I need everything for for wreckers and isle hoppers, and then I think I'm done with stormfish. Maybe.
I say I got a trophy pondy, I got a trophy stormfish, and then I got a random ancient scale and plentifin, and there were a couple others there, but no wreckers for sure, no isle hoppers for sure. You'll never find those in the barrels of shipwrecks.
Yeah, I'm done with shore stormfish, everything I need.
Copy.
But I'm also not, unless it's like a shadow stormfish, I'm not particularly worried about it.
Yeah, I find those occasionally, but obviously not the most
I'll
often.
certainly never say no to free fish, though.
Well, trophy stormfish, it's probably just a basic one, but no, they go for 15 or 20k.
It's not about the money, it's about the glory.
I got plenty of glory. Just not shrouded glory. Oh, sorry, let me look at the map for you, Moxie. T1 to T7 is... Oh, that's going south. Yeah, so that's just on the edge of the shroud, down to basically galleons. Yeah, I mean, that's a good spot. You know, I hope you can understand me, but, you know, the strat that we're using is specifically for the eclipse, which we're in the eclipse cycle right now. Our third eclipse is in 5 minutes. But you know, you want to wait at an island. If you're outside of the eclipse window, you just want to wait at an island and then sail out after, you know, at least 48 minutes. But if you're just like waiting or sailing, yeah, that's probably a good place because you're not going to encounter too many islands. But yeah, the key is to get in the server early enough to be able to even have a meg spawn during the eclipse. But if you're just going for megs in general at any point in time, yeah, just make a big square around the map. Or just sit there in one place. But you'll be doing a lot of waiting. A lot of waiting. But at least if you're sailing, you can have a change of scenery or something to do.
That's just meg farming. A lot of waiting.
Oh, I forgot to do the captain's notes. Wow, somebody else besides me still does Briggsy.
I do Briggsy now and then.
Do you already have it like all your siren skulls turned in, or are you still working on the com?
Yeah, no. I not that I need the com. I finished that a while ago. But I still do them every now and then.
If I have nothing to do, or like the end of the stream here, if I'm not ready to quit SOT because I don't have an emissary up, in case like a Reaper 5 comes on, I don't want him to come over and mess with me. That's like the one thing I'll do before I leave the stream because, hey, it's 50,000 gold. Cool, it's expensive, it's
and
easy.
It's good guild rep.
Yeah. But I probably won't do that today.
I know that a lot of the levels in my are from Briggsy. Oh, just pulled an old boot. Let's go.
Ooh, old boot. Trivia question. SOT trivia. What was the Fort of the Damned named before they came out and that update to make it Fort of the Damned? Do you know what that fort was called?
Do I know, or
Yeah.
are you asking chat?
Either. Anybody. I mean, I got 3 people in chat. But
I know the answer.
You know the answer? Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I've been around. I was there for it.
Yeah.
But you know, by all means, if somebody in chat wants to go ahead and hit him with the answer.
Old Boot Fort. Moxie got the correct answer. You
They-
got it. Hell yeah. GG's. I wish I had like an
I
on-screen
wonder-
celebration or something.
I wonder whatever I could have done to prompt you thinking about old boot for it.
Right,
It
riddle me that.
Truly is a mystery. It was funny. I pulled that. I was like, hey, I got an old boot.
I should have
You were
waited
"What
like
was
5
on the
minutes.
day before?" Right? I was like, dang, what a segue.
So, Moxie, the deal with 6 days is that, you know, before Meg's spawns and the game and all that got screwed up, so before a few months ago when a Meg would spawn, it would circle you but never charge and eat you and then just despawn after like 3 minutes. Before that, they made some changes to the Megs. Megs used to spawn like every 45 minutes, like clockwork, as long as you were in open sea. So you could literally sit out in open sea, and every 45 minutes, you would get a new spawn. Well, they changed that, and so now the earliest you can really get a spawn is on day 2. If you look at your captain's logbook, you know it says days at sea 2, which is 48 minutes in the game. We load into the server 2 hours early because we've found that even if you're just sitting out in open sea, your first Meg may not come really closer to day 6. So to just ensure that when we sail out the first time, we're almost guaranteed to spawn. We'll do 2 hours. But yeah, you could technically get your first one at 48 minutes. It's possible. It's just unlikely with the current game code.
Turn my back for 2 seconds and there's a keg skelly on me.
There you go. All right, so our third eclipse is in the east. Let me keep my boat from spinning. It's at 5:30, which should be in a couple seconds here. And this one is only visible in the eastern side of the map, so east side of the Wilds and Ancient Isles and the Roar, of course. And it's 30 seconds, and it's weird. It's on the very bottom of the sun, from left to right. In 1 minute, 45 seconds. There's our sunrise.
Of course, I have a bunch of clouds in the way of my sun.
And here's our eclipse.
No eclipse privileges for me.
And that's the end. So
Never
yeah,
even saw it.
just about 40 seconds. Let me update our timer on stream. So the last and final is at 2:17. Okay, that is 2.